I'm happy to be here to highlight an example that Megan referred to earlier about how you can customize your learning experience at BayPath. Um, she highlighted already some of the certificates that we offer, the ones that are specifically um, housed in our business program. And here's another example of a certificate that you could combine potentially with a BS in business or a BA in leadership and organizational studies to advance your goals in a new direction. So the Food Science and Safety Certificate is a 29 credit certificate with an optional 30th credit if you are in need of a certain number of credits. It has no prerequisite science knowledge. And as I started to say earlier, there's two paths. You can earn the certificate on its own as a standalone. It's financial aid eligible, and both men and women may complete the certificate as is, the 29 or 30 credits. You may also be interested in combining it with one of the bachelor's degrees. And so I put some information there on the slide just to highlight the breadth of offerings that we have. Food science and safety is one example. If you are interested in the food industry and you're interested in business, though that might be a combination that appeals to you. But we do have extensive academic programs and a suite of certificates. So I just wanted to draw your attention to those resources. You may be asking, what is food science and safety? You might have come here interested to learn about business and leadership and organizational studies and are not as familiar with this field. So this is an applied science, part of what I call the spectrum from agriculture, which is growing food, to nutrition and health, which is when we consume the food. And in between there is food science and safety, the creation of the food products we eat and ensuring that they're safe for consumption. It encompasses a range of knowledge and skills that you'll learn through courses and laboratory experiences related to microbiology, chemistry, processing, the laws and regulations involved, and so forth. And if you think this sounds intriguing, this certificate really supports advancement in the food industry, such as the folks who help create policy and enforce policy or regulations around food, manufacturing settings where many of our foods are created, things like food quality, ensuring that the foods that are available in the grocery store or restaurant are of the highest quality. And then we're always interested in food safety, making sure that what we put in our bodies isn't going to inadvertently cause us harm. Here's a breakdown of the specific courses that are included in the Food Science and Safety Certificate. So you see that there's a series of courses there, and some of them, I'll call out one example, FSS 120, Food Microorganisms with Lab, include that lab experience that I mentioned before. And I just want to make a note that there could be a fee associated with the lab, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. The laboratory experiences, because this is an online certificate, so you're taking all of your classes through our online classroom environment. And sometimes folks wonder, what do you mean by a lab in that kind of setting? Well, we have two main ways that you would experience a lab. One is through a hands-on kit of supplies that we actually mail to you wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. So it may be your home, your office, if you're traveling for work, we can send a kit to a hotel, whatever we need to do. You'll get actual physical supplies as you see in the image there. And it contains everything you need to conduct the experiments or activities related to the lab. The other tool that we use is the online virtual labs, which are conducted through your computer, kind of like a video game, and allow for a realistic virtual environment in which you will conduct a lab experiment and collect data and do analyses and so forth. And so I'm not going to use the time today to do it, but there is a short video linked there that you can watch a demo of a lab simulation.
Hello again. Similar to the how to apply that we discussed earlier, getting started really just takes those 3 steps. We'll need a completed application and official transcripts from your high school or all regionally accredited institutions you've attended. You'll be able to fill out the application. The page again is save as you go, so your progress won't be lost if you're interrupted or need to step away. You can submit transcripts via mail to the American Women's College at 588 Longmeadow Street, Longmeadow, MA 01106, or by email to the transcripts at online.baypath.edu.